Okay, so I finally have a dog with similar hairstyle. So where I seen that, where I thought you went wrong or could change, was it looked to me like you had a little too much hair up here. So it was quite puffy in there, but yet there was hair missing in front of the ear. So I want you to make your line a lot more distinct. So side view now, this is adjustable. So here's her actual ear. So you can do two fingers. Two fingers would put me right here, and I'm pretty close to that actually. Technically my line's not even straight. So if I was to draw a line, well, still, good girl. All right, can you see that? So I've drawn a line, I've got the extra hair sticking out. Excuse me. Take your thinning shears and remove while you hold down that hair. All right? Good girl, sweetie. Can you see that? Try to put you back a little bit. So, especially when you're dealing with short hair, it's hard to see it. When the hair is longer, it's easier. So then you've got your line. Now, when you have ears sticking up, I tend to want to layer this stuff behind the ear. Let's see if we can turn this. Oh, I know, this girl's not used to grooming, so bear with me. So this hair behind here, unless you're doing a longer fringe and you need that hair, I will, in order to make it have volume, I will pick this up with a comb, or if she's a wiggly little thing like this one, I will take the ear, put a little bit of a bend into it, whoops, sorry, so that you can see, you know, the hair sticking out a little bit, and then you can just lightly layer it. It depends a little bit on what kind of shape you're going for. If you need the extra hair, then yes, you can steal it from up top, but just make sure your lines are quite strong, that you don't have, say, a long section starting from up in here and then it goes short and then it goes short behind it. It's gonna look funny. So pick up the hair and have a look at what you've got going where. Like, for example, I've got some longer stuff in there I could trim off compared to this side. Right, can you see it? This long stuff right there? My line's not nearly as distinct. So to show you, now do you see the difference between the two sides? This one has the shorter hair, so it's a bit more of a sharper distinction. This one is a bit longer in here, so it's not as noticeable. I've also not trimmed the fringe in front of her ear. That is another choice you can have. So folding the ear in half, the shorter you take this, the more of a set line it'll be when you let it sit. It'll be like a set line. So here, I'm wanting a round ear on her, but she's got pretty big ears. So I'm going to blend it into where I cut it straight across. I had my fingertip on her actual leather. That's how big her ears are. And then I'm going to shorten these up. So then now you'll see, oops, the difference. There's a lot more of a straight, stronger line. So let's do the same thing on the other side. Bear with me, I'm pretty much hugging this little camera holder thing. So folding the ear in half again, kind of like when you're doing a Westie. Be aware of where you're holding it. That will affect the shape. I'm not going for longer because she's in a fairly short trim. She's like a 2-comb. Now this hair on the back of her ear, I am going to layer it. She's too fussy for me to do a comb, so you can kind of hang onto the tip, round it a bit, and pick it up. Same thing back here. Ooh. She resists everything I do. Don't you, pumpkin? No, I don't. No, you do. Now, so this little area in here, so that I can then take my little 2-finger measurement. I could draw myself my line and use my good girl. Good girl. Way heck easier to do this from this way. So this will give it a lot more of a distinct separation. You don't have to do this. This is just one of the options. All right. So let's now compare the two. Here, we need to back you up. Can't see you in the camera. We need to tilt this up. Wait, come back. Come back, come back. Oh, good girl. Pinochle. Pinochle. So it looks a little heavy down here to me. But I'm just gonna, before I address that, I'm gonna look at the separation. Oh, Peanut, you wanna, what do you wanna do? What do you wanna do? Good girl. So it looks like I'm stealing a bunch of hair from there, but I'm actually not. So if they're really quite good, and you can get them to hold that ear in an up position, fairly natural, you can thinning shear across and address. She's a little wiggle bum, so I'm inclined to not muck with it too much. We'll just do whatever. Hey? No, I don't know, I made it more, now I made it obvious that it's not even. Come here, bum. Oh, and this is longer. Hey? Oh, you're such a good girl. Come here, mucked up your face. Come here. Yeah, I know. Hair in your nose. Come here, face. Good girl. Good girl, I know. She's like, what the woof, lady, be done. Wait the woof. Alright, so that's where I think could be changed on that specific groom that was posted on the group there. And otherwise, I'll put my resting comments.